What's going on, growers? Today is a very special day. We got a guest coming to answer some questions for you. It's Nick from BioBizz. The first question is, who is BioBizz?
We're BioBizz. We were founded in 1992. We're the global leader in organics. You can find us in 70 countries across the planet, serving hobby growers to professionals all across the board. And we're all about creating harmony between plants, the planet, and people. Our philosophy is better for the planet, better for the environment, better for your health, basically.
When should I start feeding my seedlings?
Ideally, you want to start feeding your seedlings after the plant's established itself, and you've got about 5 to 6 inches of growth, 2 to 3 sets of true leaves. You want to start giving your base feed, so either the grow or fish mix, whichever one you've decided to go with.
Do I need to adjust pH when using BioBizz nutrients?
Okay, again, there's 2 answers for this. So in theory, we say don't panic, it's organic. You can leave it to the microbes to take care of your pH issues, and they will sort of buffer it if you like. That being said, if you make life easier for them, the plant can handle it, in my opinion, the plant can handle everything a little bit easier, uptake nutrients a bit quicker, and you end up with that little bit less stress. So in theory, you don't have to pH, but if you want to sort of up your game a little bit and get a slightly better result, I would always recommend pHing. And between 6.2 to sort of 6.5, 6.6 is the sort of range you want to aim for.
Should I water with nutrients every time?
So BioBizz would recommend you feed with every feed, just to give your plant exactly what she needs. Obviously, if you think that the plant, if you know what you're doing, and you're looking at the plant and you think she's fine, she's got enough, she's green enough, she's healthy enough, you can just give water on that particular feed and then just carry on the next feed. So you can do them every other feed, but we at BioBizz recommend feeding on every feed just to make sure your plant hasn't got any deficiencies and she's growing as, to her full capabilities.
Can I use BioBizz products in hydroponic systems?
BioBizz and organics in general, they kind of rely on the microbes that are within the soil or the cocoa to uptake the nutrients. Therefore, hydroponic systems aren't the ideal setting for our nutrients to thrive, if you like. That being said, there are 3 products you can try. We have a hydro tri-pack, which is behind me here. So you've got the, oh no, have you got the, yeah, I've got the hydro pack, it's over here. It's the Bloom, Top Max and Heaven. And the reason being, you can add those to your system. They won't clog it up. And you can actually add them to your usual mineral feed as well. You can create what we call synorganics. But as a short answer, I would say no, don't add it to a hydroponic system. But as a longer answer, you could add some of our products to a hydroponic system and come out with a fantastic result.
Do I need a calcium magnesium supplement, and why?
Okay, so again, I've got a couple of answers for this. So if your water is generally quite hard, which I don't know what it's like in Ireland, in England, it's off the scale. So we generally don't tend to need too much CalMag. That being said, if you're using RO water or softened water or filtered water, you're definitely going to want to put a little bit of calcium and magnesium back in there. And that being said as well, even if your water is off the scale high and you've got all the CalMag in there that you need, if you're looking at your plants and you're seeing spots on there or leaf curl or any sort of CalMag sort of deficiencies, get the CalMag in there. It's not going to do them any harm as well.
So CalMag is added to soft water, or what's?
Soft water. So in theory, if you've got softened water, you've taken all the calcium and the magnesium and all of the sort of trace nutrients out, so you need to then put them back in. So if you're using reverse osmosis water, for example, you're going to need to add the nutrients back in there.
Okay.
So.
And if it's hard water, you're good to go? Or is there also maybe downsides to hard water as well? Or what are the downsides to hard water?
I mean, in a hard water area, I personally tend to found that my pH, for example, would be off the scale in a hard water area. So I would not so much a CalMag thing, more of a pH issue. I might find if I've got super hard water. But generally, sort of hard water just means you've got lots of calcium, magnesium, all the trace minerals are in there. Also, if you're using LEDs, if you're using sort of powerful LEDs as opposed to sort of the HPS lighting, LEDs have got a different spectrum. If you haven't got the environment set up quite right, i.e. your humidity is a little bit out as well, you might then find that you might well have some calcium magnesium deficiencies, because calcium magnesium is what helps transport nutrients around the plant. Therefore, you might see some deficiencies. So it's always good to add. You can always add CalMag as a preventative. You don't just have to add it as a cure. So you could add it for, again, talking about my personal growing experiences for my tomatoes, I like to add it once a week just so I don't have those deficiencies. And again, you ain't going to see any problems. You're not going to, you can't really overfeed CalMag.
Yeah, so don't even give yourself the chance for it to go bad. Just
don't let it go bad.
Feed it, don't even think about it, might as well use it.
Even if you just give it the minimum amount, just to prevention is better than the cure.
Can I use BioGrow throughout the entire life of the plant?
You certainly can, and we definitely recommend using it in BioGrow from the vegetative stage all the way through to just before you start to flush. And the reason being that is our base nutrient feed basically. So that is going to give you nice lush green flowers, lush green leaves all throughout. And it's also the carbohydrates that the plant needs and the sugars and that kind of thing. So.
Can I use fish mix as a foliar spray?
Yes, you should. It will need to increase growth, increase leaf figure, but just be careful because it does tend to smell a little bit.
And what is fish mix? Fish
mix is a blend of North Sea fish emulsion and sugar beet extract. So you're basically giving a nitrogen and your carbohydrates into the soil. So it's basically like a nice soil feed, if you like. So you're giving beneficial feed for your bacteria that's in the soil. So you can turn rubbishy soil into a really good soil, if you like, for growing organics.
Could you technically ingest this?
Technically you could. I have actually witnessed one of our reps. I won't mention who. He's actually really tall, so it could be a testament to how good it is.
You know who it is.
Yeah, he's a German one. But yeah, he actually has demonstrated it by drinking it. I wouldn't recommend doing it because it probably
doesn't sound, yeah.
No, it's not very appetizing.
Doesn't sound like the nicest thing.
But in theory, it's 100% organic. But yeah, I wouldn't.
So if you accidentally spill it somewhere, you don't have to worry about,
I wouldn't go around licking it or drinking bottles.
What is the purpose of Top Max?
Okay, so Top Max is basically, the way I like to describe it is like a multivitamin for your plants. It's going to add sweetness, weight, and flavour to your plants. It's made from humic and fulvic acids. It hasn't got any NPKs in it. So you can actually also add it to mineral-based feeds as well. So if you wanted to give a little boost, like a little protein shake, for example, to mineral-based feeds, you can give them a little bit of Top Max too, and it works great. Just for, again, to increase sugar production, resin, size, weight, flavour, all that fun stuff that we like about tomatoes.
Yeah. So Top Max is like the protein shakes for plants.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Essentially like a multivitamin protein shake for your plants.
I sometimes see mould on the surface of my BioBizz soil. Is this a problem?
In theory, no. So it depends what kind of mould we're talking. If we're talking about white, fluffy, sort of like white hairs, like mycelium type stuff, totally cool. It means you've got a nice, healthy soil. If we're talking about green, slimy, that kind of mould, then you might want to think about either adding some better airflow, reduce watering perhaps, maybe adding a bit of a dry back to your plant, because green slime is not the kind of thing we want to be seeing on our soil. But long and short, if it's white, if it's fluffy, that kind, and it's dry, it's normally a good sign. You've got healthy soil.
Gotcha. So like beneficial bacteria.
Beneficial bacteria, beneficial microbes, it's all good for the soil.
Nice. So. How should I adjust the feeding schedule for auto-flowering plants which have a faster life cycle? You're
just going to have to adjust the feed chart slightly. So essentially with your autoflowers, they're going to start to produce, when they start to produce flowers, that's when you're going to want to start to add your bloom. You're not going to want to go by the weekly sort of feed schedule, if you like, because your autoflowers, they might start producing flowers within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. As soon as you start seeing the production of the first flowers, you're going to start adding your bloom and your Top Max. And just continue with your grow, bloom and Top Max all the way through. And then right towards the end, 2 week flush, chop, harvest, good to go. Guys, thanks for watching as always. This was Nick from BioBizz. Thank you so much for answering all the questions for all the people out there. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video or something. Happy growing.